The mathematics project of the International Council for Education of People with Visual Impairment and the Nippon Foundation is an attempt to popularize mathematics education for visually impaired children. Mathematics is important for visually impaired children for two primary reasons. One is, with more children getting into the mainstream education, mathematics cannot be avoided. They have to learn mathematics as a part of the school curriculum. And secondly, there are more careers which are demanding a knowledge in mathematics. The origin of the project goes back to 2004 when Mr. Larry Campbell, who was the president of ICVI, was also looking after the international program of the Overbrook School for the Blind. When we conducted a survey on the status of mathematics in the East Asia region, we found some truths. Firstly, mathematics at that time was largely neglected for children with visual impairment, and they were given subjects in lieu of mathematics to pass the school education. And secondly, we observed that there are teachers who know the subject of mathematics, but unfortunately many of them, they were not knowing the methods of adapting the techniques to teach visually impaired children, because mathematics is largely a visual concept, and how to convert the visual concept into a non-visual experience for visually impaired children, that was an area that required attention. And another thing that we noticed, the fear of learning mathematical braille codes, large numbers of mathematical braille codes, that was a fear among the teachers, and that prevented them to teach mathematics to visually impaired children. So in most cases, the teachers were memorizing the mathematical codes instead of using logic. So this was another area that we noticed that required our attention. And in most cases, the teachers were depending mostly on the visual cues in teaching mathematics. And even with non-disabled children and sighted children, the tactile abilities were not used to the optimum level. Whereas in the case of visually impaired children, the tactile abilities had to be used to teach concepts in mathematics. So we wanted to focus on the use of tactile materials, particularly the paper folding, etc. That will not only help visually impaired children, that will help all children too. So use of tactile abilities for learning mathematics was another area of our focus in popularizing mathematics. So we conducted a couple of workshops and then listed the mathematical concepts that are followed in the school curriculum. Irrespective of where the person is studying, the mathematical concepts will not change. So instead of taking a particular textbook of a particular country and trying to use the adaptation techniques, we thought of taking the mathematical concepts from different disciplines of mathematics like geometry, algebra, trigonometry, calculus, etc. and trying to develop the instructional materials on how to teach mathematics to all children, including visually impaired children. So what we did, we took every concept and tried to explain the concept, and also tried to explain the adaptations that are necessary. For example, when we use an algebraic equation which is written on the board in the visual form, how to convert that algebraic equation from visual form to tactile form through different teaching aids and also through oral instruction. This type of explanation was attempted for each concept, and finally, after 2 years of work with the teachers and other teacher educators in the East Asia region, the ICVI and the OnNet program of the Overbrook School for the Blind brought together a publication called Mathematics Made Easy for Blind Children. This is available on the website of ICVI, and it's widely circulated. We are happy that this book has been translated into different languages. The first chapter is talking about the methodology of teaching mathematics, and then one chapter is exclusively meant for teaching of abacus, and one for mathematical braille codes, and one for creative mathematics, that is using paper folding techniques to teach mathematical concepts. The one very important chapter is the fourth chapter. It is on the instructional materials. There we have selected about 500 plus mathematical concepts found in the school curriculum. In the school curriculum means we focused on the primary level, secondary level and senior secondary level. Now what we have attempted here is to prepare the videos for each concept. Why videos when there is a book? Now, with the publication of these materials, we received many requests from the teachers and other teacher training institutions in different countries that ICBI should organize master level training programs. Well, we do not have a lot of resource persons, to offer this kind of face-to-face training program. So we thought, in the world of using technology, why don't we prepare modules, short videos explaining the mathematical concepts that can be used in various countries to teach mathematics. Primarily this can be used in the teacher training programs, in the inclusive education programs, in the special schools, even by parents. Now, looking at the videos, we are taking each concept, and the video is presented for a duration of 5 to 8 minutes, and some videos, depending on the topic, it goes up to 10 minutes too, but our purpose is to keep it short. And secondly, we are repeating the instructions wherever necessary so that every teacher can follow. These videos are meant for teachers who are teaching mathematics even without a mathematics degree. And wherever necessary, the instruction is given very slowly, in a slow phased manner, so that everybody can understand. So when you look at the video, sometimes the instructions are repeated and sometimes the pace of the video is slow. All these things are deliberate. And another reason why we present the videos like this, when we prepared a number of videos at the piloting phase, which we did in South Africa and in many countries in East Asia and also in India, we found that the materials are not only helping the teachers, but the audio instruction that we provided explaining the video material, that was very useful for visually impaired children. In many cases, they understood and they started using paper folding techniques to demonstrate some of the concepts. So that is why we are attempting in the video presentation as a multi-purpose teaching material for both the teachers and visually impaired persons. So with this purpose only, these video materials are presented, and we are very happy that the Nippon Foundation has come forward to support this project, and we thank many people who are involved with this mathematics project to come to reality.